We off top. G Herbo is our guest. What's happening?
What's good, big bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm trying to stay on the radar and out the way.
I could dig it, man.
First of all, congratulations on the new edition.
Yes.
Thank you, thank you.
What's it like being the papa? I'm the pappy.
It's like when you have a new baby again, it's like a whole new transition. You know what I'm saying? Because like babies, they grow so fast. You got to relearn. I feel like every time, because I'm still in the process of like, you know, dropping my album and working. So every time I feel like I miss more than 5-6 hours out the house, I gotta relearn my baby again. It's like new tricks and shit. His mama done figured out, then I gotta learn this shit. Like she like, nah, you gotta pat him on the butt to put him to sleep. Shit like that. I don't know, you know. So it's still like a learning process though, man. But it's cool. I feel like I got it down packed for sure.
Okay.
Yo, you feel different with a little girl this time?
No, it's a boy. I got another boy.
Oh,
it's 2 boys.
Why I be tripping all the time? Yo,
no, I got
fire.
2 boys, man. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like it's perfect though, cause I feel like I'm a rough parent a little bit. I'm gonna have to really learn how to be a girl dad.
You gonna try again for that girl though?
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna try for sure. I want a daughter for sure, man. But I think me having 2 boys back to back was cool. No, I want a daughter. I just want to see how it's gonna make me feel. You know what I'm saying? Cause like having boys is like easy. I feel like I could just slap my kids around. If I want to.
He's playing.
Y'all the ones that's gonna be wrestling in the house.
Yeah. My son like rough, and you know my girl be saying like, oh, why you let him hit you in the face? But it's like I want him to kind of have that, you know. I want like that's how I grew up with my dad, like play fighting and stuff, because you know he gotta have that. He gotta have like, you know what I'm saying, a little aggression, because the world ain't gonna really, you know what I'm saying, show no type of slack to him, so he got to be aggressive a little bit. I ain't really gonna show him how to be violent or nothing, but you know he growing. My kids growing up in Beverly Hills and Bel Air and shit. They gotta know how to fight a little bit, man.
Yo, that's funny. That Will Smith put up something the other day about his kids. He was like, man, quit bucking on people. Y'all from Calabasas. You from Pumpkin. You can't be bucking on me.
Nah, for real. I really be tripping. Like, you know, my son was just born in LA. That's crazy to me.
Yo.
Like, that's real crazy to me, for real.
That's dope though. So what is it like having Fab as a father-in-law?
Man, it's good, man. You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, he was somebody that I always like respected and looked up to, you know what I'm saying? So to just be able to get like any insight from him as far as like the music industry or just being a family man, you know what I'm saying? Do's and don'ts, shit like that, you feel what I'm saying? But I really like, he one of them guys that I just watch from afar, cause his style, I always be saying like his style is so smooth. He seemed like nothing really like bother him, or even if it do, he not really showing it, you feel what I'm saying? And I don't have that, I be trying to learn that from him.
So wait, did Fab ever had a, let me talk to you for a minute conversation?
Nah, we ain't never had that. I feel like, you know what's crazy? He said before, like, he used to just, like, we ain't really, our relationship came genuine. Like, we'd just, like, say what's up, just kick it like that. But he used to just watch from afar, like, you know what I'm saying, how I, like, treated Taina and stuff like that. And then it just, you know, I feel like maybe he just gave me that certain respect, like, all right, he a good dude, man. I ain't even gonna put him through the motions like that. You know?
No guns, no bad boys type scene.
He definitely had to fill you out first.
Yeah, no, for sure. It took like, I mean, probably at least like a month or two, just him just watching me, you feel what I'm saying, before we really like, all right, I'll hang with him by myself or kicking in the car with him and shit like that.
What's the best advice he's ever given you about life or the game or relationships or anything?
I feel like, you know, he actually just told me not too long ago to just like take advantage of the moments, you feel what I'm saying? Like really cherish the moments and cherish family, you know what I'm saying, what's in front of you. Because in this industry and just, you know, being guys like us, life move fast for you. So you always like on the go and doing, like focusing on what's in front of you, but you got to focus on like what's there, what's going to always be there. You know what I'm saying? Like he told me that. I respected it.
Yeah.
Not like to thank you for that baby shower you put on that put everybody else under pressure for the rest of our lives.
Nah, for real.
Lots of people usually, you know, sometimes they try to do it big, but not so big. What was happening? Like,
nah, man,
and why wasn't I invited? I felt like there was gifts that I missed out on.
Nah, that was her, bro. Man, I lost a lot of sleep behind that baby shower. I lost a lot of sleep. Like everything I think paid for it, and I woke up like a day or two before. She like, oh, you got to send an extra XYZ today. I'm like, man, I thought this shit was over with.
In that case, G Herbal said you could still send a gift.
Yeah, for sure. I just said he only 4 weeks, man. So
right.
if you need the address, go ahead, man.
Let me get the registry.
He's still a newborn, man. Still newborn sizes, man.
Recoup from the party, nigga.
Good deal.
Nah, for real. No bullshit.
Would you and the missus ever consider being on like a reality show? Because I mean, it is like,
you know what's so funny?
Show.
What's so funny? Her mom had like asked us that, like, she was her mom when the baby was born. Her mom was like at the crib for like a week, just you know, just watching us be regular. And she like, y'all need a reality show. Would you do a reality show? I'm like, yeah, I guess. I mean, like if it's like about us, like, you know what I'm saying, something unique or just, you know, genuine our life, no crazy drama shit, you feel what I'm saying? I would consider doing it, you feel me? But she said that though, I guess maybe just how we interact with each other or something, I don't know. Like,
Okay,
we be cracking her up, maybe her just, you know, seeing her daughter like interact with another man or something.
I'm a fly on the wall. What does regular look like with you or her? Y'all, you be joining
we
on?
like, yeah, it's like, it's kind of like, it's like we best friends, but like we still in a relationship, so we go at it like we'll like argue, but it never like lasts long or nothing like that. You feel what I'm saying? Like we'll have like she art, cause Taina got a smart ass mouth. I ain't gonna lie. She got a smart mouth. She talk crazy. Yeah. She talk crazy she talk crazy to everybody, but it's like I feel like me, I'm like quick on my feet, so she'll say something and I'll react to it a certain way, and then she'll get mad, and then I'll like say some little charm and shit, or like kiss her on the forehead, be goofy or some shit, and then she'll like forget about it. But she go hard though. I ain't gonna lie. She go hard.
That's part of
She'll
what you
make
like.
you feel like if I wasn't like confident, I'd be like certain times I'd have had him be like, no, I know I'm that nigga. You're not talking to me like this. Like, I know for sure I'm that nigga. You're not talking to me crazy like this. For real. Like, I be having to have those real live moments with her. Like, I done went and asked my manager, like, hey, what's up? You feel like, you think what's up? Like, how, am I still like, I'm that nigga or something? Like, what's going on?
She got me tripping
Nah,
right
for
now.
real.
Yo, I might want to see y'all on TV.
That's what I said. I was definitely
I
tuned
think you
into
just
that.
sold it. It's sold. Coming to
Nah,
Revolt
for
soon.
sure. I do it, man. Just hit me up, man. Hit me up.
Hey, Diddy, you heard that, right?
Make it happen.
So
Nah,
let's
she
talk
crazy.
about this collaboration that you got coming out with Lil Bibby.
Yeah. That's my dog.
Yeah, what's going on with that?
You know, the thing with me and Bibby is like even though we came out like working, you feel what I'm saying? We always been doing music together since we was kids. Our relationship never really like a working relationship. That's my brother, you feel what I'm saying? So like the songs we do, we just be like John and humbugging in the studio. We never really sat down and like, all right, we gonna lock in for a month, 2 months straight. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like that's really like one of my best friends. So we never established a working relationship between us. So that's why we never finished the project. It was supposed to been done, bro. We got like so many songs. Like we'd get in the studio, do songs, and then fall back. He doing this, he doing that. Like Bibby was always when we was young and I was in the streets just rapping, not really caring. Bibby was actually like reading books and reading up on like the industry and what artists that he looked up to did wrong and right. So that's why he like super bossed up right now, you feel what I'm saying? Like we both bosses and we both like, you know what I'm saying, set foundation for us where we cool, we ain't really got a trip, but he one of those like suit and tie dudes. Like he been said a long time ago, like I'm gonna start wearing suits and ties in a little minute, you feel what I'm saying? So like Bibby, he'll be focused on rap and then not. And Bibby one of the like the hardest, like, you know what I'm saying, rappers that I ever came across, you feel what I'm saying? Like super hard, super crazy lyrically, but he'd get in the studio and be like, no, I don't even fuck with that. I don't want to do this. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga go do real estate for 6 months straight. Like he don't even want to rap for real, you know? So like we gotta push him. Like he gotta be in the real mode to do it. And it's not gonna take long. We take like 30 days and go do it. But we was talking not too long ago, maybe like a few weeks ago, where we wanna like, I don't know if it sounds dangerous or crazy, but it's cool. It's gonna be safe. We're gonna go back to our old neighborhood and like stay like in an apartment or something over there, like in the trenches for real.
Okay.
And record our whole project like that and put it out. So
I like that.
That's how I want to do it.
Catch the essence.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a whole
We're gonna
new
go do that. And I think if we do that, then it's gonna come out like how we want it.
Don't tell nobody.
No, for real.
Chicago drill music, and I didn't even know that that was the term for it until recently. I didn't know it was called drill music.
Yeah.
It's taking over, it's spreading out, it's popping in the UK.
Right.
How does it feel to have something, you know, from your home city just spreading out and taking over like it is?
It feel good, man. You know, like I think when it first like spread like that, people ain't really understand it. You know what I'm saying? People was like, oh no, they copying our style, they doing this, doing that, but it's not even that. I feel like if you doing something like drill had such a, when we came out, it had such like a crazy wave. It spread like wildfire, and we didn't really understand what we was doing. We didn't understand like the influence and the impact that we had on the rest of the world.
Right.
So when I seen it, it was a good thing for me. I liked it. You know, I wanted to embrace it. I feel like what New York especially did with drill is something like crazy, like legendary. I feel like they made it fun again. You know what I'm saying? Like we was just so busy like in the streets and so much negative shit behind what we was doing.
Right.
I feel like they took that negative and made it a positive where you could really have fun with drill, you feel what I'm saying? Like it made me want to do it. I put a song on my album called Drill, where I just went back on the drill beat and went crazy on it, you feel what I'm saying? So they actually like inspired me to get on that a little bit again, you know what I'm saying? So it's good. And even when I hear like in the UK and shit, that shit be sounding hard. I like it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, like any artist from the UK that want to get me on the track, hit me up. I'm gonna do it for sure. I ain't gonna lie, fuck with it for real, bro. If it's good to know that we had like a real impact on the world, that we did something that influenced people like all over. And I was 16 when I first started rapping, bro. So that shit like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? That people was, when I didn't even believe in myself, people was like looking up to me in a way, you know what I'm saying? Or us in a whole, as a whole.
That's fine.
That's love.
For sure. I fuck with it.
Fuck with that drill heavy.
Yeah.
So we're not gonna get deep into this at all, right? But you know about the case or whatever.
Yeah.
I want to ask you more so advice, whether it be, you know, just to get into your world and your mind, how you can give advice to somebody else. How do you balance having something like that, you know, in your life, but, you know, still trying to be a good father and, you know, making music? Like, what does that balance look like mentally?
You know what's so crazy to rap? I'll be like, when stuff like that happen in my life, I don't really dwell on it because I be feeling like I'm built for like the pressure and the adversity. I always been under pressure my whole life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just as far as being in the streets and like losing friends close to me and catching cases and stuff like that. I just feel like it'd be like tests in my life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Every time I go through a tough time, I always come out like better. You know, like twice as better, 10 times as better than I was when when it happened to me. So I create that balance just by focusing on what's important to me. You know what I'm saying? I can't really cry over spilled milk or nothing like that, or even like to get too deep into, you know what I'm saying, a situation. I always been solid. I always done the right thing, you feel what I'm saying? So I know that, you know, God gonna always make sure I'm cool in any situation. Like I always been through the worst of the worst shit and felt like, all right, what I'm gonna do now? And I just, you know, stayed 10 toes and just put my head down and just focus on family, focus on music, the shit that's important that I can control. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of shit happened in my life and just other people's lives that you can't really control for real. Like you can't really control what other people do or how, you know what I'm saying, other people's decisions may affect you just off of your involvement or affiliation with the next person or something like that. You can't control that type of stuff, but you can control what you do as a man, as a person, and what you focus on and the impact that you leave on people in a positive way. So I be trying to focus on that shit, man, and everything else gonna make sense after that. So I don't really be tripping.
That make me happy to hear because, you know, the saying goes, it's not what happens to you, it's, you know, what you do next with it. And I think that, you know, you showing that and saying that too, where people can hear that. Kids need to hear that, especially from people like you, because, you know, they trying to figure out their emotions and how to deal with it, and they always don't know, like, you got a choice.
Yeah, you always got a choice, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like when life get the toughest, you gotta make a critical decision right away. You know what I'm saying? Whether you gonna give up or you gonna fight it, you know what I'm saying? Or you gonna fight to make yourself better. And a lot of times these obstacles get thrown at us and they want us to like give up, you feel what I'm saying? People want to count us out or they want us to count ourselves out. And that's not the case. I feel like the most powerful people or the most successful people had to overcome like the most adversity. They had like the most shit to really get past, you feel what I'm saying? It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I always like got that motto, like it is what it is, you know, not saying like I don't care about stuff, but whatever come about in my life, I just got to deal with it head on, you know, whether it put me in a mental slump, a financial slump, whatever the case, I'm just going, I mean, whatever the case is, I'm gonna just fight it and get through it, and it's just gonna, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be what it be, and I feel like everything that happened in my life, good or bad, is meant for me in some kind of way, you know, it's gonna either teach me a lesson, I'm gonna learn from it, get better from it, or it's just something that just needed to happen, I feel like.
No doubt.
That's some G shit, man.
Some G Herbo shit.
Nah, for real.
For as long as I can remember, I've been around a minute or two.
A minute.
You know, there's been this whole thing about hip hop cops and how police force may target artists, in particularly rap artists. Knowing that they usually might kind of be doing something slightly dirty.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you feel like that's a real thing, just the targeting of artists? Because you hear a story every once in a while, and you're like, how'd that happen?
Yeah.
Right.
Do you feel like they really target?
I definitely feel like we all got a target on our back, but it's deeper than that, you know what I'm saying? Because we want to be in the limelight, and we want to, you know what I'm saying, flash and stuff like that. I feel like it's more so accountability, you know what I'm saying? We got to make the right decisions as just artists and men to not really give these people a reason to want to target us, or even everybody got to pass, everybody make mistakes, but it's like, what you gonna do to kind of like make people feel like, oh, maybe he not so much of a bad guy, you know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own past, and I feel like it's no coincidence, like karma is a real thing. So it's like the energy and what you put out into the world and the words you manifest, it play a big part in like your future, you know what I'm saying, and where you going in life. And I was just saying that in the interview, like us as artists, we gotta focus more on the stuff that we could change and the impact that we could put out here in a positive way, because it's gonna always be a target on our back. If it's not the police, it's gonna be somebody that's hating on us from our neighborhood, just that type of shit. That's just a part of life, and it's been happening for generations. It's bigger than us, you know, it's way bigger than us. So of course they're gonna target us if they feel like, you know what I'm saying, and just as much as people may target us, it's still a justice system out there that work in our favor, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes, you feel me? Sometimes, but that sometimes make a difference, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not saying that it's a good or bad thing, you feel me? I feel like it's gonna always be a target on our back, so we gotta move accordingly with knowing that, you feel what I'm saying? If you know it's a target on your back, why be in a video with 1,000,000 guns?
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? Why do this? Why do that? Why go back to your neighborhood if you know like your homies or a motherfucker from your hood not really gonna make the sacrifice to make sure that you okay and you protected at all times? And we got everything to lose. We got the family to lose. We got kids to feed, our mamas and everybody depending on us. And we the ones going to jail. And then the knucklehead motherfucker you was out there kicking it with, he's still free. You know what I'm saying? So he's still on the block chilling. So we got to move that way. We got to move accordingly. So even about having a target on my back, I'm a maneuver where you can't even hit that motherfucker. Like, I'm gonna be moving this way, where you're not even getting a good enough aim to hit me in my back with a target at, you feel what I'm saying? So I be more so focused on that shit, because I do believe it's true.
No doubt.
That's dope.
That's heavy.
Now, on a lighter note, I saw you teamed up with YG and Mozzie.
Yeah.
You did a Dangerous video.
Yeah,
How was
my
that?
dogs. It was good, man. You know, I live in LA, so I be trying to like connect with, you know what I'm saying, like all the LA artists and everybody I fuck with. I actually, like, me and Mozzie been kicking it for a while. Like, I've been on Mozzie music since like 2014 for real. Like, I done went to Sacramento and kicked it out there with his homies for like a week straight, you feel what I'm saying, before we actually even connected. And we just built a genuine relationship like that. And even with YG, like every time I ever met up with him, he embraced me, you feel what I'm saying? So I don't really like, I like showing love, especially being in LA. I want to, like, you know what I'm saying, vibe with like LA artists and gain the LA fan base as much as I can. But I feel like it got to be something genuine though. Like, you feel what I'm saying? We got to like be able to kick it. Like, I done been around both of them and just kicked it. We ain't did no music. So when we do, you know what I'm saying, actually record a song, it's going to come out like a genuine song. We had fun. Like, I pulled up to the video shoot and I was by myself and it was 100 of them niggas, you know what I'm saying? And I was comfortable, you know what I'm saying? They gotta be something like that. Yeah, they gotta be something like that, man.
I like it.
Nah, that's dope. Like, I think that's something that we lost a little bit, right, in the information age, because we, you know, got comfortable, like, oh, I could just send you the record or whatever. But then you meet people after you do the record, but like, yo, they a little off or something. So, you know, being able to, you know, have conversation before you even do any music.
That's the most important thing. Like, that's one of the things I don't want to have in this industry. Like, I do a song with a nigga, we shoot a video and it look like it's all good, then we start beefing. Like, and artists do that a lot, you feel what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't never want to be in that situation, you feel what I'm saying? For what? You know, like, this music, this shit changing our lives, we making millions of dollars off this shit. So it's like, if it's, I gotta have a genuine relationship with you, we gotta be homies. Like, I really like, even if you're not around, I wanna be able to call one of your homies, like, I'm in town, finna pull up, let's go do this, let's do that. And you could be in a whole other side of the country and I'm just kicking it with your homies, you feel what I'm saying? And vice versa. Like, if you call me and you in Chicago, I'm gonna make sure you good, you know what I'm saying? So it gotta be a situation like that, man, because a lot of times music is something like, it's not really like, it's not tangible. It's something you could, something you could touch or grab. It's like a perception in a way. So like, everybody not the same just because they make the same kind of music. You feel what I'm saying? So
that's real.
You gotta focus on that type of shit. That's what I be focused on. Like, I ain't trying to be blending and doing music with no niggas and I don't like the way you move and I ain't trying to kick it with y'all homies. Y'all too overly aggressive and everybody want to be tough gangster. Like, I know I'm a gangster, but I ain't finna walk around just tough all the time. Like, I can't be around nobody that just feel like they gotta be overly gangster and over tough and your homies want to try me. That's gonna end a whole nother way. You feel what I'm saying?
I feel it. So who haven't you worked with that you want to work with?
That I want to work with? Let me think. I mean, like, really, I done worked with a lot of artists, you know, so if I had to, I would go big, like, you know, Hove.
Rapsody.
I definitely want to do something with Hove. So, you know, Rap, of course. Me and Rap to go slide to the studio tonight and go make some shit, you feel me?
Big Tig
for sure, you know. I know Big Tig having real bars. I've been watching Big Tig. I don't want to make you sound old, so I ain't going to say how long I've been watching you, you feel what I'm saying?
It's okay. They still here, too.
Yeah, I actually want artist that I got in the studio on, like, vibe with and collaborated with that I always wanted to work with was Meek. You know, I always looked up to Meek growing up, you feel what I'm saying? So that was cool. I got up with Ye before. Me and Ye did some music.
What was that like?
It was cool, you know, actually, like, when I got up with Ye, when it was like the Trump shit and all that was going on. But when I actually sat down and had a conversation with him, I'm like, man, this is one of the smartest niggas I ever met in my life. Just the way he think about shit. Like, he had said something, and the way he put it, the perception he put it in, he was like, if everybody live in the same building, it's like the same view, but it's not. Like, he said some weird shit like that. Like, if you on the 50th floor, your view gonna be different from the person on the 30th floor, the 10th floor, but y'all in the same building. So you can't really expect everybody to think like you or see stuff the way that you see it. You feel what I'm saying? And when he said that, it kind of rung like a light bulb in my head. And it's like, I respect him though. I ain't gonna lie, I fuck with Ye a lot. Just knowing Ye though, you know, like, he real particular about his music. So it was just the experience. I don't even think that shit ever coming out for me.
Was it production Ye or was it artist?
Nah, it was both. It was production Ye and artist Ye. Like, he really got in and was like, playing, you know, the beat that he had just made the same day he had all the instruments out. We was in Chicago, you feel what I'm saying? So he told me to lay my verse. I just, you know, laid my verse in a whole nother room and then left it there. And I don't know what's going on.
Yo, you mess around next year, you be like, oh, I'm on the album.
Yeah, like, for sure. Like, and Ye the type that they told me, like, man, you know, he might probably only put like 4 of your bars on the shit. But I'm like, I'm cool. I ain't really tripping. Whatever it is, man, just let him do him with it. You know what I'm saying? So that was cool, man.
That's dope. You get to value the experience like that.
No, for sure. Just being around him, I felt like that was a milestone, you know, just actually being in the same room as him and having a conversation and just soaking up whatever knowledge. And I actually laid him like one of my hardest verses. So I don't give a fuck if he used 2 bars on it. That shit gonna sound like something for sure.
Yo, that's dope. So you're a big advocate for mental health, right? Now, you had an album called PTSD. You know, you've also launched an initiative to provide mental health for students. Can you
Swervin Through Stress.
Yes, that's. I was trying to think of it, like, I'm gonna mess it up.
Through Stress.
So, you know, can you tell us, like, you know, what that's been like? Have you had a chance to see the kids and see how they've been impacted by what you've done?
No, for sure. You know, we gotta we got a facility in Chicago where me and my partners, we bought a school. We partnered in a school that got shut down in Chicago, and we about to, like, it's going into the second phase. We're gonna make it like into a real multi-million-dollar facility where it's gonna be, that's gonna play a major part in it, like Swervin Through Stress, the whole mental health initiative and everything I got going on. I actually went to a juvenile facility once before, you know, when I first was, like, you know, kicking it off and just talking to the kids. And it's important to me because it's the youth, man. Like, when I was growing up, I really didn't, I always had, like, aspirations and dreams to get far in life, but I put myself in the line of fire over and over again, where I could have been killed or went to jail or anything could have happened to me just because I felt like it was the only thing I knew. You know, it was just a cycle of, like, it's more so generational trauma, you know, where people don't really understand the importance of mental health or just any mental illness in the first place, where you feel like every day you leave out the house, somebody trying to kill you, or you may want to have to kill somebody, or you just don't know, you know, where your next meal is coming from, or you just don't know how to focus in school because you just seen somebody being killed, or your mother in jail, or your mother on drugs, et cetera, et cetera. And a lot of times, you know, with our behavior, people don't really, like, understand that play a major part in it, you know. So Swervin Through Stress was something where I just wanted to, like, give back in a way where I could connect with the youth, you know, and that's what's important to me, because that's where a lot of the violence and all that stuff coming from, and you don't understand, you know, these kids, like, they starting to gang bang and get in the streets at 11, 12 years old, and that's because that's all they know, or that's all they think is the right thing to do, and they don't have nobody that they could trust or talk to, or have nobody that, you know, they look up to, or that could inspire them in any way that they feel like care. It was a point in my life where I feel like, what the fuck am I talking to somebody about my problems or what I'm going through for? They don't care. They not trying to help me in no way. Like, a nigga not finna come and get me off this corner, so why you about to judge me being on the corner? Or a nigga not finna come give me a job and take this gun out my hand, so why you care about it? You feel what I'm saying? So I want to be the one that actually come step into the line of fire and show them, like, nah, this ain't really the way, you feel me? Because a lot of these kids don't want to do that. They just feel like it's the only option they have. Where you tell these kids, all right, don't do this, don't carry guns, or don't, you know what I'm saying, don't promote violence, don't be violent, and then they just seen their best friend get his brains blown out over a simple argument, you feel what I'm saying, some shit like that. So Swervin Through Stress, we got a 24-hour suicide hotline, you know. We partner with, like, different, you know, mental health advocates and, like, doctors, psychiatrists, therapists, stuff like that, where these people actually going back in the neighborhood and talking to these kids and speaking with them. You know, the facility we got these basketball programs where they actually have a place to go. That's the smallest part. Even if they don't really, you know, have nobody to talk to, or they feel like they not ready to speak yet, because that's a major part too. Like, these kids don't just know how to open up out the blue, you feel what I'm saying? You got to give them a space to feel comfortable enough where they want to tell you their problems. A lot of these kids who got talent and play basketball, play football, cheerlead, whatever the case may be, they going through a lot of shit when they leave the house. It's only 8 hours in the school day, you feel what I'm saying? That other 16 hours or however long, they going through a lot of shit. They trying to figure it out, you know? So once you give them that, that's the first step of it, you feel what I'm saying? I'm not even gonna say the small part, it's just the first step of these kids having somewhere to go for an extra 8 hours when they get out of school, when they don't have to be on the corner or get shot at, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids get shot at a young age. I was shot at 16 years old, you feel what I'm saying? A lot of my friends were killed at that age, you feel me? I was just blessed enough to get shot, you know, and that's just something that I feel like it's a sensitive subject to me. It's just as important as rapping to me, because I want to be able to go back to my neighborhood and motivate, you know, and inspire the youth. But I can't really do that if I'm not trying to play a part in changing their lives or helping them in a way. You know, I named my son Essex. That's after the street that I grew up in, you feel me? I'm not gonna ever take him on that block if it's somewhere that it's a potential he could get shot at as soon as we walk up on there. So I feel like I gotta do the work in a way, and I can't change everything overnight or by myself, but it's a way that I could motivate. That's why I'm trying to buy my neighborhood back, you feel what I'm saying, and get jobs and, you know, just put resources in the community. Well, I got NBA friends, you know, if you want to fuck with me, you my homie, come talk to these kids, come kick it with me, you feel me, do shit like that. So it just started with stuff like that, man.
Man, I think that's super powerful, and I think it's so important that we take control of our communities, right? You started a school, LeBron started a school, Dr. Dre's about to start one. It's like that's the age that you really can get them, because once they grown, it's hard to change a grown man.
It's hard to change a grown man mind, and you can't blame a grown man for only knowing what he knows. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like you got to do it while they early, because everybody got opportunity to kind of change their life, and sometimes people felt like their opportunity was taken from them because they didn't have that extra push. You know, like the human brain work crazy, where sometimes people they don't have the will and the drive to change their situation on their own. And they see other people doing it, and they got aspirations to be like this person, that person, this person, that person. And a lot of people had help. You know, a lot of people had that extra push to get them to the next level. So I feel like everybody deserved that just a little bit.
I mean, you answered like my next 3 questions. That was an awesome answer, like very eloquently put. Because people outside of Chicago, there's a headline every other weekend. 50 people shot over the weekend, especially Memorial Day, 4th of July.
4th of July, those weekends get crazy.
And we get it from being from urban areas, but we don't get it. You said a lot, and you might have already answered that, but if there was 2 things that you or anybody in the community, the mayor, you know, a fellow rappers, NBA players, all that could do to really change the culture of what's happening in your city, what would those 2 things, the 2 most important things be?
One would be like funding, like reparations, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna really get deep and say nothing like defunding the police, even though sometimes that's necessary, but it's more so putting it back into the community. Like growing up, and I grew up with the worst kids in my neighborhood, but we had somewhere to go. We had a youth center where we would like go there and play basketball, and we wasn't in the streets. Wasn't nobody getting shot when we was in that community center. We went to camp. We was gone for 3-4 days. We was out the neighborhood, so anything negative went on in that neighborhood, we didn't even know what was going on. You feel me? And I feel like that's an important thing. That was one of the main reasons why I even partnered in this school in the first place, to get these kids somewhere to go like that. That's the first thing to do. You know, get these kids out of the streets, out of the line of fire, because they don't want to do that shit. I'm telling you, like even people who in the mix of it and that's like all the way like 10 toes knee deep in the streets, they don't really want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? It's really people who like naive to the consequences, because when you really in the streets all the way, you understand that every day you walk out that house that you could die. Every day you walk out that house you could go to jail. And who want that for themselves? You know, niggas want to take care of their family, get fresh, go kick it with their girls, all this, you feel what I'm saying? So you got to provide that. The first thing I would say is providing like a safe haven for the kids. It start with the youth, and you will really see like change. You will really see it, you know what I'm saying, before these kids even get a chance to jump in the streets and start killing each other. They got somewhere to go where they could find out what they want to be in life, you know what I'm saying, find themselves, because they so young. The second thing is stop really judging the problem, you know what I'm saying. You gotta understand these people, put like yourself in a situation, in their shoes, you know what I'm saying. A lot of times that's why these kids don't open up, because they feel like everybody judging them. They teachers judging them, their parents judging them, the police, the mayor, everybody, the news judging them, saying, oh yeah, we animals, we this, that, and the third. So when you tell somebody something so many times, it's like they gonna really feel like that. They gonna believe it, you know. People gonna really act and think like savages, you know. But if you try to like not really judge people for it, you feel what I'm saying, and let these people try to change themselves on their own without feeling like everybody against them. I think that's why it's so bad outside and, you know, in the city, in these urban neighborhoods, because they feel like everybody against them. The niggas on the next block against them, the police against them. They can't get a job when they get out of jail, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like nowadays people don't really feel like a job corny, a 9-to-5 corny, shit like that. It's a lot of ways where, you know, a nigga want to get some money. Niggas be dead broke, you feel me? But everything against them, you know, it's nothing for them to do. So you gotta like change that where people don't feel like everybody against them. They need more opportunity. So it need people to open it. It's all opportunity at the end of the day. That's what it points back to. People to open the doors for them where they could feel like they don't have to just be in the streets, and opportunity where they could take care of their family. So it's really opportunity for the youth and opportunity for the adults where they could take care of their kids, because a lot of these kids who out here in the mix of this shit, they parents in their 20s and 30s outside in the streets on the block not really figuring out what they doing. Like a lot of my homies started gang banging with their daddies and shit, like, you know what I'm saying, like literally, you would see niggas outside on the same block with their daddies hustling. You feel what I'm saying? That shit used to like blow my mind, cause I was, you know, I was in the streets all the way, but my dad wasn't like a super street dude like that. He wasn't really like, in my neighborhood at least, like my dad in his 50s, so whatever he did in his day growing up, I ain't even really know about, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't really see niggas thugging with their daddies, you feel what I'm saying? And that just come from no opportunities. Like, you know, don't nobody really want that for their kids, but when they feel like this is the only way for their kid to get some money, or they feel like their kid's safe is learning under them. Like, all right, I'm gonna teach my kid the ropes because this is all I know, and I want him to be able to like take care of himself and maneuver this way. And it's like a never-ending cycle with like negativity for real.
I feel you. Well, to end it on a high note, what does G Herbo like to do with his son?
Well, my son.
What's the fun thing?
The
like,
fun thing to do, I like going to the aquarium and the zoo and shit like that with my son, man. He like animals.
It's more fun for you than him.
Yeah, no, it is. It is, man. I ain't gonna lie. He like animals and shit, so I just like watching him just be excited for the animals. You know what I'm saying? He definitely like the aquarium. He like vicious animals, sharks and lions and shit like that. He be wanting to see all that type of stuff. So I like going to the zoo, the aquarium.
That's dope.
My son like cars and I like cars too, so it's crazy.
Snap.
He be like, I go to the garage. He be like, no, Daddy, let's drive this car.
Has he picked up any interest in music or rapping?
Yeah, that's so funny. He like rap music, you know. He like Roddy Ricch, Dirk. He like my music a lot though, so that's so funny. That's crazy. We was just in the car riding and he be like, hey, I want to hear Daddy's song. He talking to me like, Dad, play Daddy's song, play your song.
Nice.
So I'll play my music, and his aunt actually was just on her page and she like recorded him in the crib just turning up to one of my songs, you feel what I'm saying? Like, I done seen clips, you know, him on the computer. He like, oh, that's my daddy's song, play that. So yeah, he like music.
That gotta feel good.
No, it feel good, man. It be feeling good, you know. It just let me know like he watching and looking up to me, you feel what I'm saying? So I just like kicking it with him. Like when we in the house, we watch TV. Like I love Toy Story now. I be watching Toy Story. That's his favorite. Yeah, that's
You
his
having
favorite
all
shit.
your kid
No,
moments.
for real. It's like I be feeling like I'm living through him. Like I'm having a childhood now and shit. Like he called me Woody, his nickname Buzz. He get everybody nicknames. My son Essence, he called him Forky. I'm like, what's your brother name? He like, that's Forky. So yeah, man, that shit be fun, man.
Man, G, well, this has been so dope.
Yeah.
You ready for
sure.
you know, to get in the zone? Because I know your son watching, so
Yeah.
you got to kill him.
No, he watching. He
Young
watching
boy.
for sure. I'm definitely about to get it on, man. You know, I've been listening to beats all day, so man.
You know, you already know what's about to go down. G about to be in the zone.
Let's get it.
Ain't got nothing else to say. Tune in.
Don't.